This is a procedure for how to make a banana-smelling ester. For your materials, some of them include a carboxylic acid, which in this case is acetic, an alcohol, we're using N-amyl alcohol, sulfuric acid, and other assorted things such as glass wool, ring stand, Bunsen burner. The first step is pouring out 5 milliliters of sulfuric acid into a graduated cylinder. Next, you need to pour the 23 milliliters of acetic acid into a different graduated cylinder. Take the graduated cylinder used for the sulfuric acid and pour 21.6 milliliters of N-amyl alcohol into the same graduated cylinder. The N-amyl alcohol, the sulfuric acid, and the acetic acid will all be poured into the Erlenmeyer flask that will be used in the reflux apparatus. Place a few boiling chips into the Erlenmeyer flask. This will help create an even boil. The Erlenmeyer flask with the 2 acids and the alcohol will be attached into the reflux apparatus. The apparatus includes a condenser, which has holes for water coming in and out, the flask, and a burner. Light the burner under the flask. The water should be flowing at a slow, steady rate through the condenser. The burner flame should be lit to achieve a slow rate of reflux. The liquid should be dripping back into the flask at about 2 drops of condensate per second. Reflux the mixture at this rate for 15 to 20 minutes. While the mixture is refluxing, you can begin to set a clean separatory funnel into a ring clamp support. Check that the stopcock is properly seated in the closed position. Add 25 milliliters of distilled water to the funnel, and then add the mixture from the reflux apparatus to the same funnel. Shake the mixture in the separatory funnel, venting every few shakes. Then, set the separatory funnel in a ring support on a ring stand and allow the mixture to separate. After it's separated, you should see a clear organic band. You should be able to separate out the organic layer by letting the aqueous layer drip through the bottom of the separatory. Add 2 small spatula loads of anhydrous sodium sulfate to the liquid in the flask and swirl gently. The sodium sulfate will cake up as it absorbs moisture. Add additional sodium sulfate in 2 spatula load increments until the liquid is clear and the solid does not cake up. If glass wool is available, use that to filter out the sodium sulfate. If not, pour the mixture into a different flask while trying to leave the sodium sulfate at the bottom. Assemble a distillation apparatus and put the flask with the mixture into the apparatus. This is what your distillation apparatus should look like. Allow the water to flow at a steady rate through the condenser. Light the burner. After boiling starts, you'll observe a film of condensate moving gradually up the interior of the distilling head. Adjust the heating rate so the drops fall from the condenser into the test tube at a rate of 1 drop every 2 to 3 seconds. The ester will drip into the flask at the end of the condenser. Continue this distillation until the flask is almost dry but not completely. If done correctly, your ester at the end should smell like bananas in pairs.